All right. So, a new survey has come out in the U.S.
Giga Graham.
which says that 76% of U.S. investors are planning to boost their crypto ETF holdings this year. And just looking at the ETF flows, here's from CoinGlass. So we had some pretty massive outflows earlier in the month, in February and into March. But for the last week, 10 days, we've seen steady inflows again. I mean, this corresponds with the recent bounce in Bitcoin. But this is an interesting data point, right? More people are saying they're going to add to their crypto, Bitcoin and crypto ETFs.
It also makes sense from a U.S. perspective, just because politically speaking, crypto is really being normalized, and like we were talked about before, companies are coming back to the U.S. Businesses will be more comfortable getting into this. You're going to see all these institutions talking about it a lot.
Yeah.
Like last week, we talked about, what was it? Was it Templeton? Was it Frederick Templeton? I forgot the name of it. Right, they're tokenizing. BlackRock obviously is up there singing its praises. So people are just going to become more and more familiar with it, and it makes sense that they're going to just allocate a little more into it, more and more over time.
I think if you look historically at ETFs, the first year that an ETF is launched is pretty much always the least in terms of inflows. So the inflows ramp up gradually with ETFs. Now, Bitcoin, crypto, maybe it's an exception, but it takes time for all these institutions to roll out their marketing, to convince their clients, and then when they start off with a 1 to 3% allocation, they move it up to 2 to 4, 5, right? The flows gradually increase over time, and that was the case with the gold ETF.
Yeah. Also, like all the RAs, what's it called, the registered advisors, they usually don't step in right away either. They want to see, that this thing is kind of safe, and so they really haven't started to push. This year is probably when they would start doing it. They haven't really started to push Bitcoin to the people that they're advising. So that would be also a massive uptick. But yeah, it's probably just going to be one of those, at least for Bitcoin, those kind of grind higher kind of things. It'll just grind higher for a while.